Sugarberry here. Prime and I are on our way to the one-of-a-kind antique mall in Woodstock, Ontario, Canada. And it's been a while since we've been there, hey?
Yeah.
Prime's here. He's driving. Yeah, it's been a while since we've been there. I think we were there last summer of 2024, so it's now March of 2025. And yes, I'm wearing glasses. I actually wear glasses most of the time, except when I'm doing videos because there's usually a glare. But it doesn't seem to be too bad today, so this is the real me. Yeah, so we're excited to see what kind of treasures we find today. Here. Western Fun Barbie. Oh, I don't have her. She's got her whole outfit. What else is in here? Costume Ball. I don't have her either. Wow. Oh. Beach Blast Skipper. I just found her not that long ago, but I don't have her swimsuit. So many good stuff. Oh, look at that. Look at Lady Lovely Locks. I never find those anywhere in the wild. That's awesome. And Beach Blast. Don't know who she is. Evening Enchantment. Oh. So yeah, you saw me digging through that box of Barbies. There was the Western Fun Barbie, there was the Costume Ball Barbie, there was even a Lady Lovely Locks in there, a Maiden Curly Crown, and a few other Barbies, Beach Blast Barbie, Beach Blast Skipper. Yeah, a few other ones. Most of them were pretty pricey. I did end up picking up Western Fun Barbie for $25. I mean, that's a little bit more than I normally would spend on a Barbie, but she has her whole outfit. The only thing she's missing is her earrings and her ring. But she's got the whole jacket, the top. She's even got the belt and the necklace, which is really cool. She's got her skirt and her tights and her boots. And her hat, of course. But $25, that's pretty standard for the prices that I saw on eBay, so I'm not going to complain. It's not like I spent an exorbitant amount on her. And like I said, she has her whole outfit, so I'm willing to splurge a little bit. So Western Fun Barbie was released in 1989. I love the Western Fun line. I think it's really cool. I have a few other fashion pieces from the Western Fun line, but this is my actual first Western Fun doll, so that's exciting for me. And I absolutely love the color combination, the pink and the blue. Steve Fun jacket. Ooh, California Dream Ken. Hollywood hair. I have something else in this material. Barbie. Isn't that from Working Out Barbie? Something like that. Oh, another Hollywood hair jacket. Yeah, so you saw I was digging through a bunch of Barbie fashions. You could see that they were all individually priced. A lot of them just said Barbie clothes. They weren't labeled with what Barbie they come from or anything like that. But every time I go to the antique mall, I dig through there because it's a lot of fun. And I always find something there. Things are a little bit expensive. You saw a lot of the shirts and stuff like that were $3 each. I mean, I expect that when I go there. And if it's something that I really want, I'm willing to pay a little bit more. It's not like flea market prices there. So the first fashion piece I actually picked up was this jacket here from the Barbie and the Rockers, the first release. So that was like 1986. And I put it here on my Dee Dee from Barbie and the Rockers from the second release, so 1987-ish. I think it looks pretty good on her. But like I said, normally it would go on the Barbie from the first release, and she would have had pink tights and a white mini skirt, a silver top, and white boots with a purple belt. I love the Rockers line. I love the bright colors. So as soon as I saw it, I was like, oh, I definitely want that. Even though I don't actually have the doll for it yet, I will someday. And then I picked up this top. I currently have it on my California Dream Midge doll. And you probably saw in the footage that the package itself said it was for Ken. And I initially thought it was. I believed what it said. But actually, no, it's for Barbie. It's for the California Dream Barbie. I have a couple of the California Dream dolls. I have the Ken, the Midge, and I have the Teresa. And my Teresa is currently wearing the California Dream Barbie skirt that goes with this vest. But I just love it. I love the whole California Dream fashion line. I think it's so bright and colorful and beachy. I know some people think it's a little strange, but I like it. I love the yellow and white polka dots. And she's currently just wearing this cheap bikini. I think it's a knockoff bikini from another doll line or something, but I thought it looked good on her. So she's sitting in with all my beachy Barbie dolls. So this vest, like I said, came with Barbie. She had a pink and blue polka dot skirt. She came with all these like pink accessories, like a frisbee and a visor. And then she had this matching blue polka dot bikini top, or bikini top and bottom. And the Barbie originally had these great big green palm tree earrings, which I absolutely love. And the California Dream line was released in 1987. And of course I picked up the All Stars Barbie bodysuit. Again, I don't have All Stars Barbie. I have All Stars Teresa, and I have All Stars Barbie's bag. If you saw my last video, I was talking about this bag in there that turns into a skirt. So when she's done working out, you can put the skirt on top of the bodysuit and she's ready to go. And then she had matching like leg warmers in this blue and white star material. And she had pink tights, pink running shoes. I think she had weights and a skipping rope, so she was like the workout Barbie. And she was released in 1989. And then, of course, I had to grab the Hollywood hair jacket. I have the Hollywood hair, like the bodysuit that goes with this. Again, don't have the doll, so I'm just buying this in preparation for when I do get the doll. Love the Hollywood hair line. I have the Hollywood hair Ken. But that's all I have from that line. Actually, no, that's a lie. I do have these Hollywood hair capri pants from the Skipper, and I have this purple skirt, which I talked about in a previous video. It's from one of the fashion packs. And everybody loves Hollywood hair Barbie with her super long hair and the The hairspray that she came with that would turn her hair pink. She came with little stencils that were in the shape of stars that you could put on her hair. When you spray her hair, it would leave pink stars on her hair. So cool. So yeah, here's the bodysuit jacket that goes with it. It also would have had a matching gold skirt, gold boots, and it's in pretty good shape too. There's a little stain above the star here. Above the star right here. But not bad. No rips or tears or anything like that, so I'm happy with that purchase. And the Hollywood hairline was released in 1992. And I picked up the Ski Fun bodysuit and jacket. Love the colors on these. They're so vibrant and neon and bright. I just love them. From the Ski Fun line from 1990-91-ish, in that vicinity. And of course she came with skis and ski poles and a matching headband and winter boots and goggles and all that good stuff. And of course there were other Ski Fun fashion packs as well, released at the same time. There's a gem doll. I really want her, but I can't see a price. There were a couple things at the antique mall that I did want, but they were too much money for me. Like the gem doll. I didn't actually look at the price, but I just assumed based on what the prices are online, it would probably be something similar. And I also wanted the orange blossom strawberry shortcake doll. There was one there that also came with her little butterfly pet, but they wanted $50 for the pair, and that's just more than I'm willing to spend on one thing, so I didn't end up getting that. There's dancing butterflies, some G3s. Baby surprise, baby firefly. Some G1s. Oh, their 35th anniversary. Never mind. I got excited there for a second. Random G1 pony. Oh, no, that's a reproduction. Never mind. Finally, some G1 My Little Ponies. And I think I have every single one of those. But I did buy some strawberry shortcake when I was here last time. And would you believe I actually left the antique mall without buying a single G1 My Little Pony? Again, that never happens. I don't know what's going on. Like there were a few G1 ponies there, but I had all of them in my collection already. And there were not near as many there as there usually are, as there have been in the past. So I don't know what's going on. Either other shoppers are beating me to them before I get there, or there's less vendors there selling them. I'm not sure. Look at this. There's a Francie. California Dream Christie. What's that? Day to Night Cam. That's one of those star, what do you call it? Star guys. There's another vintage Barbie, a mod Barbie. Very cool. There's Ice Capades Barbie. What is this? Oops. Evening Flame Barbie. I've never heard of that one. Got a Barbie booth. Russian Barbie. A lot of dolls of the world. Oh, there's a Spice Girls doll. I have that dress. There's my first Barbie. There's a whole bag of, looks like vintage Barbies here, but I can't tell who they are. And then it looks like there's a bag with a whole bunch of vintage brushes and stuff. The Barbie Dream Boat. And the Barbie Dream Carriage. Wow. Fashion Avenue for Ken. In box. So like I said, there was a lot of Barbie stuff there. There always is. That's nothing new. Some dolls. Oh my gosh. Dawn doll case. $100. Wow. I wonder if there's anything in it. Oh wow. Look at all the Dawn dolls. I have one at home that was my mom's. That's cool. This flare. PJ Sparkles in box. Then there's a couple of dolls over here, 15% off. Baby Chrissy and Baby Sounds So Sweet. Okay, Maxie. I don't see a price on her. A lot of Disney stuff, some strawberry shortcake. Some of it was boxed, which is really cool. Boxed strawberry shortcakes. That's awesome. Here's the strawberry shortcake carrying case. I think that's Motu. What's it called? Motu shark. So, strawberry shortcake. Oh, there's some Fraggles. Mostly Disney stuff in here, right? Oh wow, I've never seen a Pocahontas that big. Pocahontas bead so pretty. Vintage Aladdin figures. A few Shira items, not very many, you know, Precious Places. Shira. Battle Cat. There's Precious Places place again. Every time I come here, that place is sitting here. I think I found one Popples plush. Oh, I didn't even notice this Popple. 40. What else is up here? I see a Taz. Stay. There's a Cub surprise, but it says no cubs, no babies.
Did you try the new area in the back? Did you go through every aisle yet? No, I didn't do the top. Oh, halfway through there?
And Donnie and Marie TV game show. Polly Pocket puzzle. Made in Canada, 1995, Bluebird Toys. Cool. And then I saw something interesting over here. Barbie growth chart. Sky Dancers. Something Christmas surprise. Pop-up book. 1996. That's cool. That's the Teacher Barbie boy. Then I moved on to a different booth and I found two more things. I found Braveheart, the Care Bear, the posable Care Bear. And I found this, just this strawberry shortcake raincoat. I already had this doll in my collection, but I did find the raincoat, which is so cool. This is from the Rainy Day fashion pack. And in the fashion pack would have been this raincoat and there would have been two little yellow booties. And whoever runs this booth or owns this booth also had another little bag hanging there with the same raincoat with one of the booties in it. But they wanted an extra $3 more just for the one booty. If the pair of booties was in there, I would have gone for it for sure, but I didn't want to spend an extra $3 just for the one. So I got this little raincoat. I think it's really adorable. So Strawberry Shortcake was released by Kenner between 79 and 85, and they called their fashion line Berry Wear. And there were 12 different outfits that you could get. And this is from the Berry Rainy Day raincoat set. I think it's adorable. And then, like I said, I got Braveheart here. He is the lion from the Care Bears toy line, and they were released by Kenner between 1981 and 83, somewhere in that range. So there were 15 of the posable Care Bears released in this size, and then there was an additional 10 Care Bears cousins released, and all of the cousins were different animals. So obviously a lion, Braveheart the lion, there was Gentleheart the lamb, there's a raccoon, there's a penguin, there's all kinds of different animals. Very cool. And I think the Care Bears cousins are a little bit more sought after than the actual Care Bears. So when I see one, I grab it. I think I paid $15 for him, which is a little high, but again, it's not a flea market, it's an antique mall. And he's in really good shape. When I first bought him, his hair was really, really dirty, but I gave him a good scrub and he looks good as new. It does look like his claws have been kind of cut off here, but that's okay though. It's not very noticeable when he's standing on the shelf with all the other Care Bears. That's the last thing I'm gonna notice. And he's got a heart symbol on his belly with a crown on it. And all of these posables have these little hearts on the thumbs. Very cute. Now, moving on to all of the things that I purchased online. The first thing I picked up was something that I found on Facebook Marketplace. I had to drive about an hour to go pick it up, but it was worth it in my opinion. Yes, that is right. You probably guessed it from the thumbnail. I bought the G1 My Little Pony Lullaby Nursery that was released in 1984-85-ish. And I mean, this was an amazing deal. I paid about $40 for this, 40 Canadian, which works out to about $28 US or 26 euros. So not bad. And I think I got all of the accessories with it, plus the little baby surprise that was also included. Baby Tiddlywinks wasn't included, but I do have her, so I've already put her in there. Yeah, so I'm super excited to have this in my collection now. It takes up a lot of space, but the nice thing about it is you can put a ton of little baby ponies on it. Definitely yellowed, and I don't think it latches properly anymore, if I remember correct. But that's okay because it's just sitting up on the shelf anyways. And this Lullaby Nursery did make a number of appearances in the Escape from Katrina episode of the My Little Pony series. And like I said, it did originally come with Baby Tiddlywinks, who is the pink pony on the left-hand side there. There was one release that came with her as a Betty Bye-Eye version, so the eyes that open and close. And there was one version that came with just the regular eyes, which is what I have up there. And I definitely, as many collectors will tell you, I definitely prefer the regular eyes. And then I picked up a couple of things on eBay. The first one was Rory from Moondreamers, and another amazing toy line from back in the 80s. I had this guy when I was a kid. It was a really small toy line. It was only released for a very short time. In like 1986 is when the show aired, so I'm thinking that the toys were probably released around the same time. And the TV series was really cute. It played alongside the My Little Pony and Friends cartoon. And the Moondreamers are all these little characters in these shiny outfits. They're very celestial. They live up in the sky and the stars. And their job is to create and send happy dreams to children on Earth. And they all have these really metallic, sparkly outfits. Their hair glows in the dark, parts of their outfits glow in the dark. I've had her in my collection for a while, but I just wanted to show you kind of what the toy line looks like if you haven't seen it before. So Blinky, the one that I just showed you, she had a friend. Her name was Bitsy, and Rory was like her pet or her companion or her protector. And Rory is this yellow lion with a pink mane, some wings, and I love all these little blue stars all over his body. I think Rory is a boy, if I remember correctly. He's got a crown. And a lot of people confuse these for My Little Ponies. There's also a polar bear called Ursa Major, I believe her name is, who was the companion for Blinky, the one that I just showed you. And I believe he glows in the dark too. I haven't actually tested that. Nice. The stars glow and his crown. And the little swoop on his wings. And you can see the girl's hair glowing in the background. Little creepy, but cool. And apparently Hasbro released a catalog in 1988 showing more Moondreamers dolls that were never actually produced or released, which is unfortunate because they look really cute. And then I picked up something from the Lady Lovelocks toy line. This is Mary Curl, and she's one of the baby dragons from the second wave. It's the same wave as the Enchanted Island dolls were released. Lady Lovelocks was released by Mattel between 1987 and 89, something like that. Really gorgeous doll line, again, very princessy. And then they have all these other little characters. And like I said, Wave 2 was the Enchanted Island release. And those dolls were more sea and ocean themed, you know, seashells. And there were 3 of these dragons released. There was this purple one with the pink hair. There was this greenish blue one with the blonde hair. And then there was another one that was pink with purple hair. So I have these 2. I'm missing the pink one. And each of these dragons came with a pixie tail, which is a little character with hair growing out of it that you could clip into their hair. They also came with a comb, a brush, and a hand mirror. And there was a Lady Lovelocks cartoon that aired in 1987. And these dragons did make an appearance in the show as well. They look a lot different on the show, but they're there. So there's the face. She's looking to the side. Cute little button nose, open mouth. And you can see the dragon scales on the belly there. Very cute. Little wings. So adorable. Even little hearts. I'd never actually noticed that before. They have little hearts engraved into the side of their legs. Both sides. And long, voluminous hair. This girl was super dirty when I got her, but I got her at a good price, so I don't care. She looks pretty good now. Really long curly tails too. Adorable. And then my husband found a lot of, I think it was G.I. Joes that he found on Facebook Marketplace in a town that's only about 20 minutes from where we live. So he went there to pick up his toy lot that he wanted. And the guy there happened to have this horse there. This is Crystal Swiftwind from the She-Ra toy line. So the She-Ra toy line was released by Mattel between 1984 and 1987. If you're familiar with the toy line, you know that they released a variety of different horses. Swiftwind was actually She-Ra's horse. The Crystal line of horses, which are all these see-through ones, they were released in the second wave, which was, I think, 1986. And there were 3 of these crystal horses. There was Swiftwind, there was Crystal Moonbeam, which was a pink one with blue hair. And then there was Crystal Sun Dancer, which was more of an orangey reddish one with bright yellow hair. I really like that one. I really want it. So you can see her body is pink. It would have been more pink. It's kind of yellowed over time. That's expected. I don't care about that really, to be honest with you. She's definitely seen better days because I can see inside it's almost like there was some sort of liquid or something inside of her. That's okay. I mean, really, she's just going to be sitting on my shelf with a Shira or one of the dolls on top of her, so... And she came with this really pretty translucent gold glittery wings, really big wings, a saddle for Shira to ride on, a matching face mask that had a horn on it so she could become a unicorn. And I keep saying she, but Swiftwind was actually a boy, not a girl. If you watch the cartoon, it's definitely a boy. So yeah, like I said, Prime got that for me. We do that for each other. If I'm out thrifting and I see something that I think he's going to be interested in, I will either just go ahead and buy it, or I will send him a text and say, hey, are you interested in this? And he'll do the same thing for me. Even just the other day, I found a He-Man figure for him at the thrift store. I didn't even ask him if he wanted it. I just picked it up because it was such a good price. And luckily, when I got home, he didn't have it, so... Another addition to the collection. All right, that is all for today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you really enjoyed this video. I hope you got some either inspiration as a fellow collector, or maybe you learned a little something, or hopefully, if nothing else, you got a little hit of nostalgia for the day. I hope you have a wonderful day, and we will see you in the next one. Bye.